Hello?
Hello, fella. How's you?
Oh, come on. Ryan's cans. There we go. Bluetooth trouble. There we go.
Do you know what annoys me is every time I'm like, I want to complain about Bluetooth, and I just don't know what the point is anymore. If there's a point in complaining about Bluetooth, it's dirt. It's utter dirt, isn't it? Every single time.
Do they have a Twitter account we can complain to?
Oh, if they did. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Episode number 5 of
Are you sure it's 5? What?
That's
what happened then?
That's what it is if you're breathing. I
thought you were doing some kind of Spanish-Mexican type, football chant.
No. Football?
Okay.
No, thanks.
Well, they go, isn't they?
I think that's ole, ole. No?
I don't watch football, in case you hadn't noticed.
Doesn't not bothered.
No.
Sorry about being late.
Botherage.
I was a bit late for this thing by like 15 minutes because Pamela and I had a flexi fit argument downstairs seconds before I was about to come and do this. Like, we're supposed to be having burgers for dinner. Getting this a place around the corner from us called Eileen and Ann's, and we love their burgers. So
I know that you do.
She was like,
she put a story up about it.
Oh, did she?
That's how I
classic.
know.
She was like, do you want Eileen and Ann's for dinner? I was like, absolutely, yes, let's get that. And then I'm getting a microphone. 10 minutes before this is about to start, she just goes, I'm just going to pop out to the shop. So she goes out to the shops. I was like, oh, she knows. It's in the calendar. She knows I'm doing this. So she comes back, and I'm like setting some things up, going, right, you back now? Can I go up? I grab my microphone, seconds, like about 45 seconds to go. I got 45 seconds to go before the show starts. And she's like, will you ring the guys and order the food? No. No. She was like, why not? And I was like, well, why would I? And she was like, because I asked you to. I was like, but I'm going to record a podcast. She goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
Phone the burger place. And I was like,
wow.
But then I was like, I don't want to phone the burger place. She goes,
why
phone the
couldn't she
burger.
phone the burger
I have
place?
no idea. She didn't want to phone the burger place. Pamela is one of these people that hates phone calls. She normally orders through Just Eat, but Just Eat.
She must hate you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Phone calls.
Yeah, she orders. She does everything online through Typety Type and live chat and stuff like that. So she normally orders through Just Eat to deliver, but they're shit and they always cock the order up. And so I think these guys don't work with them anymore. So I have to phone now. And I was like, can you not just ring? I'm about to do this podcast. And then this full scale argument just kicks off. Our neighbors, if they could hear it, be like, what the hell are they arguing about? Something serious must have happened. Break down, door down. What's going on, guys? Oh, well, she wants me to order and I don't want to order. It was a proper.
You should have just got your kids to do it.
Oh,
that should be their role.
That will still be here in a few weeks.
I'd like a burger. Yeah, like a burger.
Yeah.
Like, what would you like on the burger? Well, I want a bun. Oh my god. Okay.
What's the address? My house. Oh, can you give me a burger? So yeah, anyway.
Dillon's house.
I was
Belfast.
like, yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, so this massive.
Actually, they'd probably know where that is. To be fair,
dude, in down south, right, in Europe,
down south, yeah,
they that's how.
They know who you are.
They can get mail to anyone. Like, I have a few friends down south, and sometimes if they give you an address, you have to send them something. It's ridiculous. They'll write on their address things like Steve's house near the red tractor. And then they would just give the county they're in, Tyrone. And the boy's like, all right.
Oh, wow.
And then somehow a parcel arrives.
Wow.
A couple of friends have got like some really weird addresses. And I remember chatting to someone. They were like, yeah, they showed me their address. It was on an Instagram story, I think. And I was just like, a friend of mine, Emer, that's it. She was showing me this photo on this thing.
Emo?
Emo?
Is that what she's called? You said she's called Emo?
Emer.
Oh,
not written anything the way not how it's spelt but
Emer. Typical Irish, like Neve and Siobhan.
Yeah.
Although so just make up the spelling, doesn't matter.
It's some of the spelling. Well, actually I work with a girl called her name's Clena. Call her Cleo for short, but it's written Cleodna or something like that. I can't even spell it. Cleodna is how I read it. For ages, I was like, just called her Cleo because I had no idea how to say it. And someone's like, oh, it's Clena. I was like, no, No, that's not what that says.
Unacceptable.
That's not what that says.
Not the letters.
Yeah.
Not in the right order.
There's a number
or
in
of
that
this
name.
alphabet.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a Roman numeral in the middle of it all. So, yeah. Anyway, so episode 5, I changed the topic at the last minute, right? Because I thought this would be interesting to talk about. So I thought we could discuss Bernie Sanders.
Ah. Meme king.
So
the king of memes. Do you...
I'm not really I'm not super clued in with the world of politics, but Bernie Sanders was running for president early stages, wasn't
he? Yeah, and I think he was one of the nominees for the Democrat Party, but then it ended up being Joe Biden instead.
That's what it was.
And I also think he tried to run before. I say run. I mean, like in politics terms, because he's not running anywhere, is he?
No, not in those gloves. But yeah, that's right. That's what it was. It was for the same. That's what it was. He was going up as a candidate. That's what. I mean, he didn't make it through because he's older than fuck, basically.
He's older than Biden.
Yeah. When you make Biden look youthful.
Who do you want?
Yeah.
Skeletor, dead man, or other one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oldest man on earth, man with dementia. Which one do you want? You know, weigh it up. Who's going to be better? And you're just going, well, currently, there's a fucking orange Trump. Jelly tot running the country. So, like, whatever. Let's just pick one out of a hat and crack on. It'll all be a shit show anyway.
It does make me laugh, though, just briefly, that, like, America, that's the best they got. I mean, we're not talking... I mean, we have got Boris Johnson in our country, so it's not, like, saying much. But isn't it funny in the world of politics? It's like, that's what you've got. We've got people that know how to... do nuclear science and have all these amazing brains and everything. And these are the people that get to the top of running a country. It's incredible.
It is incredible.
I think it's talent. It's a talent in itself.
Yeah.
You can convince people that you're actually... you're okay to do this.
And I'm not normally one that, like, I'm not really into politics at all. I don't delve into it a lot. But so I generally stay away from the news as well. But then every now and then, I open up the news on the interwebs and I just see Boris's face. And I feel for Boris because I feel like I don't, unless it's all a very clever plot, I feel for him sometimes because I don't even think he thinks he's supposed to be there at times. And he's kind of just ended up there. But there's times where, like, I just see his face on the news and I just go, that's happening. That man's there. And it's like, it wouldn't take much just to get a haircut, maybe, and brush the hair. It's that whole, like, you expect a lawyer to be a particular way. You expect a creative to be. Your politician shouldn't look like a half-dead scarecrow.
But you see, that's the thing. This is why politics are changing, which I think brings us back to, like, the Bernie Sanders meme thing. Because, back in the days of old, you'd never have done that.
No.
So, like, can you imagine if you did that to Henry VIII? A meme on that. That'd be head cut off, Tower of London type stuff.
True.
Nowadays, you can do what you like.
Yeah, do what you can't. Perhaps
do what you can't even.
Do what you absolutely should not. But I think, like, when it comes to like, just quickly on Boris, is that he's just a scruff bag, and I think it just look a little bit, just look less scruffy is really the only goal with that. But the Bernie Sanders thing, all right, killed me because if you aren't familiar with this by now, because this is a week later by the time you're seeing this, all right. At least. Yeah, but due to the fact that because we're doing these bi-weekly. Anyway, look, that's where we are. It's currently like a day after.
Do you know what's quite funny is that in 2 weeks' time or whenever this comes out, we could, like, Bernie could be dead.
Yeah.
And it could be a whole different meme, and we can't put this out.
In which case,
we should have an alternate ending to this podcast. In light of something going wrong.
In light of the death, R.I.P. Bernie. Yeah, you're a legend. But
you were great.
Yeah, you graced our screens for a week. But he
barely.
So basically, the inauguration was happening of what's his face was Skeletor, and then there was I'm not 100% sure how it came about, but somehow someone got a shot of Bernie Sanders sitting in the bleachers, we'll call it, and he's just sitting there like this frail old man, just wrapped up in his mittens with a mask on his face.
Yeah.
What do you say, like? You
exactly. Well, he's exactly like a He is a frail old man.
Someone wrote, I was looking at some screenshots. Just gotta get this. I screenshot this yesterday because I was pissing myself laughing. But someone had written, like, just something about him walking about. What the hell was it? It was like he's come out here like a, oh, I'm never gonna find it now. Oh, massive anticlimax. It was just this Instagram post of it. People just giving their own theories and like writing something like out of town, sitting with a bunch of friends. He's sitting there by himself. That's not it. Don't worry about it. Look, ruined that joke. My bad. We'll suck it up and move on. There was a thing said it was funny, but I came about this because I think you had mentioned something to me about the inauguration in the morning. I was doing something, and then the other afternoon I logged on to the socials, and there was this old fella. I hadn't worked out who it was at this point. Just this old fella in some sort of joke. It was this design thing I follow. There he was as a meme. And I was like, it meant nothing to me. I thought, well, that's weird. And then I just scrolled on and carried on. And then a couple of posts later, I saw another one. I thought, what's this about? And then I just logged off. Came back in later on, opened Instagram again, more of this. And I was like, what is happening here? And then I clicked on a link and there was a hashtag, and then it was just like loads of it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I was scrolling through, looking at all these, reading these little comments, kind of, you know, when you're like laughing at something, but you're not in on the joke yet. And you're like, you're kind of going, what? What are we laughing at? What?
Not really, but yeah.
You're looking around. Okay, maybe you're always in on a joke. But I was sort of like trying to.
There is no joke.
There is no joke. But I was trying to work out what the hell was going on. And then only when I delved into it, I was like, oh, someone's taking a screenshot of Bernie Sanders sitting at this inauguration. And I thought, isn't it mad how quickly that exploded? Like, that happened, and within hours of that happening, he was a meme.
Do you know what I think's amazing about it is you've got this inauguration going on where, like, clearly just the political side of America it's so divisive at the moment. Like, you've got all the Trump people, all the Democrat people, left, right, what it doesn't really matter. And then out of that, everyone's more interested in the guy that didn't make it. Yeah. And he's just sitting there a bit grumpy. And you're like, he's the thing that's going to be remembered of that day. Yeah. Probably mostly. And the funny thing will be is that we'll all have forgotten about it in about a week's time.
Yeah.
If that. Yeah. That meme, if it's still around in a week, will be impressive, to be honest.
So I mean,
because there's only so many places you can put Bernie Sanders sitting. I'll be honest, it may not come as a surprise to you, but I don't particularly like memes. I find them, like Yasmin sends them to me, and I'm like, oh god, not another. Right? You know how you hate forced fun? I find memes like forced fun. It's like, here's something that's funny. You should laugh at this. I'm going to share it with you. And you're like, oh, do I have to? Really? But having said that, I saw loads, because I opened up like stories on Instagram. It's like, yeah, whatever. And then I saw one, and I don't know if I sent it to you, but it was, at the end scene of Star Wars when you've got like Kenobi, Anakin, and like all the old dead people. As like Wars holograms. Yeah. And then you got Bernie Sanders sitting next to Yoda.
Oh,
and
yes.
That particular one just made me laugh. And I was like, right, I'm done. We don't need to do this anymore now.
Yeah.
I've seen all I need to see.
You've seen the one that's relevant to you, and you're like, we're done now. Yeah. I know.
But now, because I'm already bored of it. And the thing is, as well, is that it's funny because you're right. It's like, what's relevant to you? And I think that's kind of what's great about memes is that, you change the title or you change the positioning of the person and it gets a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Because it's whoever's into like Star Wars or football or, fitness or whatever it is.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's funny for them.
Yeah.
Because I saw a couple come through. I'm like, why? That's not funny.
Do you know what is so funny as well for me about when I look at this? I really appreciate this because when I used to work in the bike shop, whenever we took photographs,
if it's not at Dill Takes Photos, it's Chain Reaction.
If we used to take photographs, and every time we'd have shots, there was this like, I used to take shots of any photograph that we got of one of the team members. I would have done exactly that back before memes were really, well, as far as I was concerned, before I really knew much about memes.
This is where Dylan invented memes. Come on.
I used to do that and then add still defending it.
Were you being tapped back then?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, straight in direct line to my brain. But like, I don't know. I think they were definitely about then. I'm not saying I invented a meme, all right? But I love when I see people do them because I know the enjoyment I get out of cutting someone out. I mean, I have literally a photograph of Ryan, who, like, we'll put him on top of the microphone right now. There he is. All right, hello Ryan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I cut that out so that I could stick it on the stupid stuff every opportunity I got. So then every now and then I'll just pop little Ryan onto something and send him a picture. It's great. It's because it's just a gift that keeps giving.
Well, it's relevant to me and you. See, very few other people would probably find that as funny as you and I do.
Yeah, and I enjoy just sending it to you because I know you'll laugh and you'll get annoyed that I've sent you an image of you looking like a twat, which is great. So I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. So I'm a big fan of memes. Love a good meme. Yeah. But I was just blown away by how quickly that traveled and how quickly it exploded. And like you said, in the middle of this huge political step forward, let's not say step forward.
Let's just say political thing.
A political thing that was quite important. There's just an old fella sitting there looking frail and people are losing their shit about it. And I couldn't believe that I found out about the meme and learnt about the meme before I even realized the inauguration was happening. I didn't even know it was going on. Did not. It was when I was like, what's the crack with Bernie Sanders? And then when I worked out it was him, then I started looking into why he's been used as a meme. And then I went off on this whole tangent and watched these photos and videos. And then after watching all of that, after about 20 minutes of consuming memes and stories about memes, did I finally get back to the thread. It was like, oh, that was taken during the inauguration. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that's like, that's the power of the internet, but it's also just like where we're at. On one hand, everyone's going, oh, we need to get the right president in. We need to fight for all this equality. We need to band together to get rid of this disease. We're going to look after it. And on the other hand, everyone's like, is that a meme opportunity? Hold on a second.
Do you think, though,
Cut that out.
Think, ironically, Bernie Sanders, even though he didn't get a chance to run for president, has somehow brought the whole world together? Right wing, left wing, Ku Klux Klan, probably somewhere in ISIS. Yeah, everyone is doing a Bernie Sanders meme, not because they dislike him or like him or whatever, Democratic Party, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just funny.
Yeah,
and that should be the slogan, or that should just be the picture for the next 4 years of presidency. This is what brought America together.
On the
Bernie
flags.
Sanders.
He'll be like, he'll go down in history. It'll be like there'll be like peaks and troughs of society and politics in the States. And then it'll just be this moment where that peak where everyone was at their happiest. And it was in that 7-day period where they played about with the Bernie Sanders meme.
You should put the Bernie Sanders thing on for each one of the stars on the American flag.
Well, I mean, if you've tuned into this, you've obviously seen that I've put Bernie Sanders as the thumbnail.
I was hoping you were going to do that because I was assuming you were going to put him in position of me and you.
Yeah, I was going to put him as both of us.
And just have him sitting there. Yeah. And what will be funny is because this comes out in about 2 weeks' time.
It'll be stupid.
Or it'll be stupid. Unless, of course, he's dead, in which case it's in tribute.
Yeah.
to
in which
Bernie
case,
Sanders.
Yeah, obviously, a tribute podcast too. In which case, clickbait might work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When we get 9 views.
Just 9?
9 views.
Oh, come on. Make it 6.
But isn't it mad, though? Actually, just generally, though, memes is just how quickly they take off. And then there's YouTube videos now talking to the people that became memes years ago. And now those people are getting like re-famous. It's like how there's like actual YouTube videos, how I became a meme.
I've seen some of those. Yeah. They're amazing.
They're insane.
The internet has made the world such a ridiculous place.
It has.
It's just there's everything all the time, and yet nothing means anything. It's such a quandary to sit in the middle of the internet.
Yeah, and also how small the internet can be sometimes as well. Like I was around filming someone at my sister's house, and she has YouTube on the TV, and I looked at it and I was like,
YouTube on the TV, on the television.
Are you watching an internet show on your television?
They'll be putting these vinyls into some kind of digital media next.
Oh, ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But it is like, I'm sitting there looking at her going, oh, you've got, that's the interwebs there on your television. I mean, that
I bet
alone.
you she doesn't. I bet you she's the kind of millennial. Is she Gen Z or something?
She's Gen Z.
Yeah, I bet she's the kind of Gen Z person that doesn't pay for her TV license and just has YouTube on all the time and Netflix.
Surprisingly, assumption is she pays for a TV license because well, she doesn't pay for water, so why not?
Oh well, yeah, she's saving money for water.
No, but she actually weirdly does.
I'll just get 2 TV licenses.
She watches like TV shows, which I find quite odd. I find that really weird when I go around someone's house and they watch regular TV. Like a guy on Instagram, I can't remember who it was now. I can't remember his name on Instagram. So sorry if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, dude, it's clearly me. There's a lot of people message me, and I was chatting about this, and we were talking about a TV show from back in the day. It was King of Queens. I was just chatting about how my kids like Kevin James, and I like his shorts and everything, and not short size short shorts, but short shorts. Another episode. But I love Kevin James's short shorts. And I love it. And he was like, oh, do you ever watch King of Queens? And I was like, loved King of Queens, haven't watched it in years. And he goes, oh, I've got them all. I was like, oh, where do you stream those? And he goes, oh, I don't stream them. I record them off of Channel 4 and store them on my box. And I was thinking, fuck off. Do you do you really?
No.
I haven't. I mean, we ditched TV boxes years ago. Like my dad does that. My dad does that. Records things, and he'll say to me like, "I'll go around his house." Not now, obviously, it's illegal. But I'll go around his house, and he'll go, "Yeah," like just out of nowhere. Like my dad's like the master of awkward conversation. He'll just go, "Yeah, so recorded a John Wayne Western," and I'll be like, "Didn't ask." Looking at him, like, where's this come from? I just came around to ask you a question about something irrelevant. And I'll be like, "Did you?" "Yeah." "Do you know?" And then it'll be some Western name, some old John Wayne film, and he's recorded it on his
Stagecoach.
Yeah, that sounds like. Is that a film of his, or is it just a word that sounds?
It's an old Western film.
Right. So recorded Stagecoach.
Could
I'm
be
like,
him,
I'm like, what's that? And he'll be like, it's with John Wayne, and insert another old man's name. And I'm like, brilliant. Why?
Marlon
It's
Brando.
good. It's good to keep it. I'm like, why? Why is it good to keep? In case you want to watch it again. I was like, oh my god, old man. No thanks. I'll stream it or never watch it again. And I've been wondering. I've been trying to get my son to watch westerns, and he's not interested in it. He's like, I don't want to watch. And I was like, no, but I don't think you're understanding. There's guns and people riding horses.
Which Western have you got to try and watch there?
This is the thing. I was just saying to him generally, and he didn't want to watch it. So then on the weekend, I made him sit down for some organized fun with his dad. You will watch a Western with me. He absolutely loved Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Is that like 1990s maybe? Geronimo.
Who's in that?
Matt Damon. And who else? Gene Hackman.
Oh, I think I know that one. Yeah.
Robert Duvall, and I can't remember the other guys. It's like the story of. It's great, and like
you should get him to watch The Quick and the Dead. That's a good one if you like that kind of thing. Except it's an 18, so I don't know.
Quick and the Dead's like a spaghetti western, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got Russell Crowe, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, and like Steve Buscemi's in it as well. Not Steve Buscemi. What's his name? Steve Cincinnati Steve. He was the guy he was Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump.
Oh yes,
he's in it.
Legless Dan.
Legless Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, that's a good.
Anyway, it's a good one.
But it is a decent one. I want to get him to watch a bunch of those. But like when he sat down, he said to me, "This is actually really." Actually, I was speaking to him in the middle of it. He goes, "Can you be quiet?" To me, my son's 8. Can you be quiet? And I was like, "What?" And he goes, I wanted to watch this." Well, and then he corrects himself. He goes, "I wanted to watch this." Well, I didn't really want to watch it. You've made me watch it, but I'm quite enjoying it now. I was like, "Oh,
but
right."
Now I'm invested.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, you are enjoying it, are you?" And he goes, "Yes." Opa, which is his grandfather, which is my dad. He goes, he always makes me watch them, but they're like, what is the word he used? They're all in grey. That's what it was. They're all in grey. I was like, what do you mean grey? He's like, they're all grey. I was like, black and white. Yeah, black and white. I was like, what? He makes you watch black and white movies? He's like, yep. I was like, well, there you go. So that's why he hates Westerns.
Or does your dad just have a black and white TV?
Or no, he's colorblind. No, my dad loves black and white, just black and white stuff. Do you know what I think it's just like that was his era, and when he was younger, the old stuff was black and white. So like, you know, that was his. That reminds him probably of what his dad would have watched with him, whereas like my dad would have watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with me. So that's like my old, you know, back in the day Western. The new ones are like True Grit, things like that. Because I used to love Westerns as a kid, reading cowboy books and stuff like that. But it's interesting when you're dealing with that stuff now as a parent, dude, trying to like try to explain things that are going on to your kids, and it's just like, because he's like, why are the cowboys locking up the Indians? And I was like, let me just give you a quick history lesson. And it's just like, can't we just watch them? Let's pretend they're all fictional characters. Because I make the mistake of going, this used to really happen, son. When the cowboys came from the east and traveled over to the west, this is where this, and I try to explain the gold rush, and then he's like, oh, so it's true, yeah, well, why? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to explain everything, I can't be bothered. It all gets very tricky.
It'll be Father Christmas being explained next, and I don't want to go down that route.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not doing that. So yeah, there you go. Cowboys, Indians, and Bernie Sanders is a meme. That's where we are, really, in this.
Yeah, that is where we are
in this current phrase.
Current climate.
So yeah, I'm not sure what.
So I have a question about memes. What do you think? Like, I suppose it's talking about virality, but like, what do you think like makes a good meme? As in, you know what? Yeah, you were saying like you couldn't believe how quickly Bernie Sanders meme just took over the internet, like within hours.
Yeah.
You know, maybe seconds.
Yeah.
Like, and what is it about that that's so funny? Yet you could do something else, and it's just someone goes, "Oh my god, I can't wait to put like this." I don't know, put Bernie Sanders sitting on a toilet, and everyone goes, "That's not very funny. That's not gonna." Because you know, funniness is subjective. But what is that one thing that just goes?
I think a meme.
Up?
Personally, I think a meme is funnier in repetition. Do you know about like if you watch a TikTok, right? If you watch a TikTok
on your TV,
if you're watching a TikTok horizontally, vertically on a TV, and you watch it once and you go, ha. Then you watch it the second time and you go, ha ha. And after 20 times, you're like, ha 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 ha, forward to someone.
That's a bit like what's her name? Kelladactyl. Yeah. The dancing person on stories and
Is that her name? Right, is it Kelladactyl?
Well, I think her name is probably Kelly.
No, I know.
She's just got Kelladactyl. I'm sure it is. That's her Instagram handle. I don't know about TikTok.
It is too.
But anyway, it is. Yeah. And so her thing she's doing that dance with either her boyfriend or the other girl that she does the dances with. I sat and watched that, and I think it's a combination of their look, the song, and the dance move, obviously. And I was like, I can't stop watching this. It was so weird.
Well, let's just pause to appreciate that. Appreciate that for a minute. It's this one. We're just watching it, by the way, Ryan.
I know.
Yes,
I'm watching you watch it.
I find her fascinating. I think the reason that works, and because I watch a bunch of her videos and they're hilarious. The reason her videos work, in that form, is that she's quite a captivating person. She's also good at dancing. She's good at the facial expression. So many people get things wrong like that, especially with the mimes and stuff. But they get the facial expression wrong.
I've got an interesting thing. This is very so you say get it wrong. Now, do you believe that there are some people, and this goes back to do what you can't. Yeah. There are some people that are just destined to do things.
By the way, do what you can't. That just sounds totally random. I'm just thinking, like, do people know do what you can't? It's just a theory generally that we think counterbalances everything Gary Vee talks about. Crack on.
Oh yeah. So you get people like her who is genuinely talented, very good at what she does, but she has all those right ingredients in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And then you have millions of other dancers, and a lot of them you're like, well, you shouldn't really be dancing. I don't know who told you could. Because if I started doing dances on TikTok, it wouldn't be get famous for the good reasons, which are me being talented. It would be like, look at that
Rat.
aging man
Yeah.
trying to dance. Which,
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and I know what you mean about her because I mean I don't know if she's an amazing dancer or not. And I think it was in her stories yesterday. She like shared a story from some other dancer in Hollywood or New York who was like bumped into someone familiar today, and I don't know, they collabs, whatever.
thing.
That's what they do. She was teaching her a shuffle dance. I don't know. I watched a lot of shuffle dancing, but yes, I'm not sure how amazing a dancer she is, but she puts all the ingredients together to make an amazing video that's simple but well executed. And I think it's her, like, she locks you in with the eyes. Even her mate, I can never remember her name. Bless her. She's very good.
begins with a K.
She's in the background, but she's also captivating. But her problem is, like we talked about this before, her Instagram doesn't support that. So you watch one of her videos and you think, oh, she'll be amazing. You go to her page and there's not more of that, and then you don't engage, I don't think. But
it's weird, that, isn't it? Because the other one, just like, if you look at her page, it's just like pictures of her life, friends, family, that kind of stuff. And in and amongst that, there's these really cool little dance videos. Where you go to Kelly Dactyl's page, it's like all those dance videos, and then she does the whole Gary Vee thing, the jab right hook thing. It's like 10 dance videos and then maybe one of her boyfriend or with her dog or something, then another 10 dance videos, whereas the other girl does it the other way around, which I think is probably partially the problem.
And I think the problem actually there is with us as the consumer, in the that we're just like, give me more of the same. Like, when you see someone does a hilarious video and then you go to the page and you go, pointless. They don't do millions of these. I want to see when someone does a joke, I want to see more of it.
Isn't that funny? They're like, we're still going back to the days of the organ grinder and the monkey. It's just dance, monkey. Dance.
Yeah.
And do the same dance.
I have actually
I don't want to.
Interesting
I
theory
don't want you
to chat
to
to
do
you about.
another dance.
Yeah, don't do a different dance.
Don't put that monkey in a different jacket. I like the red jacket. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Make him do the dance.
Do it again, and again, and again. Do it again.
Which takes us into a deep, dark world of the internet and Big Brother and 1984 and all that stuff of like, are we just being told to just do the same thing over and over again and not have any original ideas or thought and take us into the Matrix? Maybe that's for another day.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon that's an episode. I think that's an episode 7 thing, because I got a good thing. I just need to have a look at it, but we can talk about that in a bit more detail, because I got a good thought about that based on the conversation I had today. I just need to explore it a bit in my mind. But look, I think that's good for today. Bernie Sanders, your meme and little legend. Bernie Sanders,
memes.
R.I.P. Just in case.
Dancings.
Just in case.
We love you, Bernie. We're rooting for you. I don't know what we're rooting for.
We're not.
You can't be president.
We love rooting. You as a meme, basically. Just whatever.
Can you imagine, like, what is he, 84 or something? When he was born, do you ever think he thought, my legacy?
Because he's been in politics for a long time.
What, like 60 years?
Yeah,
something
and
like 50, 60
and that's
years,
like the second time
right?
he's gone for presidency or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's worked very hard to get where he is, and he's thinking, like, in his mind,
he just wants to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
But has he made the world a better place? Just not for the right thing.
Yeah. And he's
I wanted to do school and immigration reform, but no.
Yeah.
I made the world happy by sitting down looking grumpy.
Yeah, and in his mind he's thinking, like, I'm getting old, look, I'll probably keel over at some point here, but at least I'll leave this legacy of, like, knowledge and passion for my country. And you're like, nope. You're just sitting on a train as a meme. Thanks for everything. And then people will go, who's that? What's this guy, Bernie Sanders? He was a meme. All right. Okay. So I'm like, hey, he was actually more than that. Doesn't fucking matter. He died a meme. R.I.P. Bernie Sanders. Thanks for tuning in, I guess, to episode 5. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the series.
Yeah. We've had quite a few people say that they're happy to have it back.
Yeah.
And we're doing all right, so we appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
It's good fun. It's good crack to record them. I have a good laugh. We've got an idea for a new one. Not gonna tell you what it is, but like a breakaway version of this, which we chatted briefly. I love the idea of it. It might go to shit. I love
the idea of it,
but it'll be
We're keeping it so quiet though, because we're making sure no one else does it.
Yeah, because our phones are actually tapped. Like, there are people listening. But It'll be an IGTV version probably. Yeah.
Ooh, fruity.
I haven't discussed that, but it'll be like an additional version just for the.
We should put it on Clubhouse.
No, next episode. Next episode, tune in. We're chatting about Clubhouse. All right, we were going to do that today, but Bernie Sanders is more relevant now, and he might be dead next week. So that's us next week, Clubhouse. I've been Tubby Custard.
He's been Dylan. I know I've taken you off my phone as that now.
Really?
I thought well, it's 2021. You can't be mean to anyone anymore. So
true.
Snowflake, equality, and all that.
That stuff. But he is still the rat, and we'll catch you in the next episode.